Pakistan passport ranking is 106 RD among global passports, according to the 8 Air Passport Ranking Index. By the Pakistan passport ranking, Americans need visas to 167 counties, 0 ATA online, 33 eVisa online, 19 visas on arrival, and free entry to 10 counties. National Pakistan passport ranking according to how many countries a holder can access visa-free. The Pakistan passport ranking reflects the number of countries Pakistan citizens can visit without a visa. This includes several cases where it's possible to enter visa-free or with a visa on
the Pakistani passport will be in the world ranking of passports in 106th place among the various passports, according to the 8 Air Passport Ranking Guide. The Pakistani passport rating calculates the freedom of movement of Pakistani citizens to other countries worldwide. According to the index, Pakistani passport holders can enter 29 countries without needing to issue a visa. At the same time, Pakistani citizens must obtain a visa or entry permit from 167 countries worldwide before traveling. A national passport rating measures the agreements between countries and the ability of its citizens to travel freely in the world without the need for permits from other countries or a visa. Accordingly, the index in front of you will reflect the strength of the Pakistan passport ranking and the number of countries that allow Pakistani citizens to enter without a visa. The rest of the countries that require Pakistanis to have a visa or a permit to enter the country include the possibility of obtaining a visa upon landing at the airport or seaport and an electronic travel authorization by visa-free travel. As mentioned, the Pakistan passport ranking in the world for other passports is 106, and the number of countries accessible without a visa or online entry permit is only 29. Please note that the number of countries allowing free entry into their territory for Pakistanis includes expedited check-in upon landing at the airport or land transit. Here is a table on the list of countries and the necessary approval from a Pakistani passport holder in advance or upon arrival. The table reflects the correctness of the information for 2022. Every year the world's countries can decide and change the policy of accepting and entering Pakistanis into their territory. In the list of countries that require a visa from Pakistanis, you can see the exact breakdown of the type of visa needed. A visa will often be in the passport, requiring documents and an interview at the country's embassy. The other options for Pakistani citizens are visa on arrival, eVisa in advance ranking according to the 8 Air Index for passports and citizenship saw the Pakistan passport ranking 106th among other countries and passports worldwide. In fact, a Pakistani passport is ranked 4th from the bottom of the list. Only countries like Afghanistan, Syria, and Iraq are ranked lower. Countries such as Qatar, Dominica, Seychelles, and 26 other countries allow free entry for Pakistani passport holders, compared to over 200 different territories requiring different entry permits to their territory before traveling Pakistani citizens. This is the reason for the low Pakistan passport ranking. Entry options to European countries and the USA require citizens to always attend an interview at an embassy or consulate or an authorized visa agency, such as ADAIR, to undergo questioning and checks on the circumstances of the visa application. A long and tedious process, which in most cases, is rejected by the authorities. Countries that allow Pakistani passport holders to enter freely issue visas on arrival or expedited electronic entry permits on entry. The list of countries that do not ask for a visa in advance is 10 countries. The other 19 countries allow obtaining a visa upon arrival. No country grants an electronic entry permit or an electronic visa in advance before the flight to a Pakistani passport. As a result, the calculation is simple compared to other countries. Pakistan's passport ranking is 106th in the International Passport Register. Over 200 territories require Pakistanis to have a visa sticker on their passport. Obtaining a visa and a passport for Pakistani passport holders requires arrival at Kaznolia in the country. Only some countries are represented in Pakistan, so only some countries can apply. For countries with an official representation in Pakistan, an application must be submitted, supported by documents, wait for an interview, and receive an ranking for travel destinations from Pakistan when calculating the Pakistan travel score. Our methodology relies on IOTA data, Henley Index, and publicly available news sources. Each country is ranked based on the number of countries for which citizens are granted visa-free access, an on-arrival visa requirement, or electronic travel authorization, ETA. Travelers should consider Pakistan travel scores before booking a vacation. The country has a low score, ranking at 42 out of 144. Based on that data, we assigned a Pakistan travel score of 167 because 10 countries are visa-free for Pakistan passport holders. 19 countries allow Pakistan passport holders to enter the country through normal immigration channels like a visa on arrival. 0 Electronic travel authorization, ETA. Destinations. Anyone with the Pakistan passport can enter 33 countries out of 193, most without requiring visas, through visas on arrival, and some through an ETA. Separate from the 29 destinations Pakistan passport holders can visit without restrictions, there are 195 destinations to which they will require a physical visa. For the Pakistan Freedom Score calculation, ETA relied on data and news reports about military service, surveillance, press freedom, and other factors to determine the personal freedom of citizens/travelers/aliens. ETA assigned scores of 10 and 20 to countries where citizens have low freedom, 30 and 40 to countries where citizens have an intermediate level of freedom, and 50 to countries where citizens are free. Based on that data, ETA gave Pakistan an overall freedom score of 20. This means that Pakistan citizens have low freedom. One of the ways we calculate their taxes is by gathering data from tax authorities, local newspapers, and vendors. ETA assigned the lowest scores of 10 to countries that tax citizens no matter where they live, 20 or 30 to countries that have a tax exemption for non-residents, and 40 to those that don't charge taxes on the foreign income of their citizens. 50 is the highest score. That's based on the data collected by ETA. They assigned Pakistan a taxation score of 20, meaning that individuals can relocate. ETA relies on the World Happiness Report, the Human Development Index, and other factors from our network's perspective at home to measure how Pakistan is perceived. The higher the score, the better. ETA assigned the lowest score of 10 to countries with citizens denied entry to many other countries, with intermediate scores for those whose citizens' experiences range from limited hostility to some hostility. Using that data, ETA gave Pakistan passport ranking a perception score of 20. That means that people in Pakistan experience hostility which is not considered high or low. ETA has the experience in the Pakistan dual citizenship ranking. This index reviews how easy it is to get dual citizenship in a country and how much freedom they provide. The indexes are grouped into 3 tiers. Tier 1 countries are easy to get dual citizenship and if they allow it, and Tier 2 countries will give you additional restrictions on acquiring dual citizenship but maybe. ETA assigned scores of 10 and 20 to countries whose citizens are strictly forbidden to hold other citizenships, scores of 30 and 40 to countries whose citizens are often allowed to hold other citizenship, although with certain conditions, and 50. Based on some data, ETA ranked Pakistan at a dual citizenship score of 30. This means that people living there often have the right to hold other citizenships passport ranking. In conclusion, the Pakistan passport ranking is about other countries in the world. The general ranking of the Pakistani passport is low and is in 4th place from the bottom of the table, 106th place in the world. The score is meager in calculating the freedom of movement for Pakistani passport holders, visa requirements for a sticker in the passport, or the countries that are free to enter. Only countries like Afghanistan and Syria are ranked lower than the Pakistan passport ranking. Entry to Western countries for Pakistani citizens will always be subject to a visa in advance and an interview at the nearest consulate. The list of consulates located in Afghanistan. The combined tax and freedom index is at the 20 out of 100 mark. Citizens of Pakistan can only enter 10 countries freely. Ash is geographically very far from the country of the highest mountains in Asia. Countries like Dominica, Niue, and more, are island countries that are not always accessible to Pakistani citizens. 19 countries will ask for Pakistani passports upon entry.
Pakistan passport ranking is 106 RD among global passports.